Number 1. Intersection crash on Maple Avenue. James Carter, preoccupied with thoughts of an important business presentation, was driving his black sedan down Maple Avenue. The presentation was crucial for securing a major client for his company, and the pressure left him distracted. Lost in his thoughts, James ignored a stop sign and failed to signal as he entered a busy intersection, unaware of an oncoming UPS truck. Sam Torres, the courier driver, spotted James too late to avoid impact. The truck struck the right side of James's sedan with a loud crash, twisting metal and shattering the passenger side window. The car stopped immediately at the point of collision. Its damaged side crumpled. Thankfully, no one was injured. When the police arrived, James admitted his mistake, and the officer confirmed that his failure to yield and the lack of attention caused the accident. The incident underscores the importance of keeping your focus on the road, and remember, no meeting or task is worth risking lives. Number 2. Rushed errand ends in a crash. On a calm afternoon, Mary Davis was driving her red car down a narrow crossroad on Willow Street, rushing to pick up a package before the courier service closed for the day. In her hurry, she misjudged her speed and failed to anticipate the sharp L-shaped bend ahead. Approaching the curve too quickly, Mary hit the brakes, but the car skidded uncontrollably. Unable to stop in time, the vehicle plowed through a sturdy stone and metal fence. The force of the crash demolished the entire fence, cracking the stone base and twisting the metal bars into a tangled mess. Though Mary escaped without injuries, the destruction left her shaken. She realized how dangerous rushing behind the wheel can be and vowed to drive more cautiously, especially on unfamiliar and narrow roads. The incident is a stark reminder to prioritize safety over urgency on the road. Number 3. A turn gone wrong. On a quiet road near Hawaiian, Lee Wee, distracted by worries about picking up his daughter, drove in the wrong right lane instead of the correct left. Approaching a turn, he encountered Chen Hao, a delivery driver in a black car, who was correctly making the same turn from the opposite direction. Unaware of Lee Wee's mistake, Chen completed his turn, and their front bumpers collided at low speed. Both drivers stopped immediately, relieved that there were only minor damages and no injuries. Lee Wee apologized, admitting he wasn't paying attention. Chen, though frustrated, emphasized how dangerous the mistake could have been. After exchanging details, Lee Wee drove off, vowing to stay focused and follow road rules to avoid future mishaps. Number 4. A rainy day shock. On a stormy afternoon in Taipei, Michael Huang was driving cautiously with his wife, Anna, as heavy rain blurred the view. Ahead of them, a red car was driving steadily, but suddenly, without warning, it swerved sharply to the left. Michael's eyes widened as the car slammed into the concrete barrier on the side of the road, the front crumpling and steam rising from the engine. The sound of the crash was drowned out by the heavy rain, but Michael immediately pulled over in shock. He rushed to the car, where the driver, pale and grimacing in pain, was clutching his chest. Michael called for an ambulance, his heart racing. Number 5. Crash at Greenfield Avenue at dusk. On a peaceful evening at dusk, Greenfield Avenue was quiet. Concrete-filled traffic bollards stood ahead, requiring drivers to stay alert. Daniel Wu, driving a black sedan, approached at high speed. Distracted by adjusting the GPS on his phone, he failed to notice the bollards in time. The car went straight, slammed into one of the bollards, and was violently thrown onto its side. It rotated upside down before coming to a stop, with the car resting on its side. The impact crumpled the front bumper, scattering debris across the road. Though unharmed, Daniel was visibly shaken. Daniel admitted that his focus on the GPS instead of the road. The incident highlighted the dangers of using devices while driving, even for a brief moment. Number 6. Midnight collision in China. In the stillness of a midnight in a bustling Chinese city, the wail of a police siren broke the silence. A police car, rushing to respond to emergency, sped through an intersection, ignoring the red traffic signal. Its blue and red lights flashed urgently, warning other drivers of its approach. At the same moment, a large container vehicle, moving steadily on its green signal, entered the intersection. The police car, unable to stop in time, collided with the side of the container truck. The impact caused a loud crash that echoed through the empty streets. Though the police car was heavily damaged, The officers inside suffered only minor injuries. The container truck driver, startled but unharmed, stopped immediately. The incident highlighted the risks even emergency vehicles face when navigating through traffic. Number 7. Speeding disaster at the Bend. On a crisp evening in the UK, Liam Carter sped down a main road in his black sports car, pushing its limits like a bolt of lightning. Ignoring the dangers, he navigated a sharp bend without slowing. As he emerged, a line of vehicles waited at a red light ahead. Liam slammed on the brakes, but his speed made it impossible to stop. The car skidded uncontrollably and crashed into the rear of a truck with a deafening impact. The force crumpled the car's front, scattering debris and shards of glass across the road. Nearby onlookers rushed to help, while drivers honked in confusion. Emergency services arrived swiftly, freeing Liam from the mangled wreck. Though he survived with injuries, the scene of destruction was a sobering reminder of the deadly risks of reckless speeding. Number 8. Caught in the crossfire. On a calm afternoon, Sarah Collins, a school teacher, was driving her black hatchback toward the quiet four-way junction at Birch Junction. There were no traffic signals, and the roads were lightly traveled. Sarah drove cautiously, ensuring it was safe to cross the intersection. As Sarah reached the middle of the junction, two cars appeared out of nowhere, one speeding from the right and the other from the left. They were going too fast to stop, and before she could react, both cars collided with her vehicle. One hit her side, the other slammed into the front. The impact was violent, sending Sarah's car spinning before it came to a halt. The sound of metal and glass breaking was deafening. Though shaken and with minor injuries, Sarah survived, deeply shaken by the reckless driving that had turned her peaceful afternoon into a nightmare. And there you have it, 8 shocking moments captured on Dashcam, each a vivid reminder of how quickly things can spiral out of control on the road. These incidents aren't just about accidents, they're about the lessons we can learn to make the road safer for everyone. Whether it's staying focused, obeying traffic rules, or simply slowing down, every choice you make behind the wheel matters. Let these stories inspire you to drive smarter and more responsibly. If you found this video eye-opening, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real-life stories that could save lives. Together, we can spread awareness and make the roads a safer place. Drive safe, and we'll see you in the next episode of Dashcam Chronicles.